I mean, we could just use mine. You talk and see if people can hear you on mine, or if it's just echoey.
Hi everyone, can you hear me now?
Honestly, I know they can hear me. It's just whether they can hear you.
So can everybody hear me? Is there anybody out there?
Yeah, I think so.
So, welcome to this evening's stream, MDF Monday. We're going to build this kit. If you couldn't hear me at the start, so hello to everybody in chat. How are you all doing? This is a Sarissa kit. It's made of 2mm MDF. This is from the south of the border range. This is the northeast corner of the Alamo, but we're not going to use it as that. We're going to use it as generic sci-fi, fantasy, modern day terrain. So we're going to build this. So let's get into it and see what see what it looks like. So we're going to pull the cellophane off. Let's see what we've got. So inside we've got some instructions, which I will be following. Pete's redeemed a hydrate. Thank you, Pete. There we go. Right, so we've got some instructions. Excellente. Let's put those to one side. Right then, so these are doors and windows made out of grey board. So we'll put those over there. We don't need those just yet.
What you were telling everybody when nobody could hear you apart from me was how it makes the Alamo and stuff.
Yes, so that's right. So this, if you get all the pieces, you can make a historical representation of the Alamo, and it makes it quite a cool thing. I thought we'd start simple with something that I thought I might be able to achieve constructing in the hour this evening. But these kits are modular, so the way you can see these kind of rough surfaces here at the corners and what have you, it means it pieces together, and also the base. So you can, they've set up, Sarissa have modelled these for Middle Eastern and other settings, so you can put these sections together in different configurations, so you can make a lot more than just the Alamo, which is pretty cool. So we're gonna get stuck in and see what we can build. So this is that's the base, and then we've got some wall sections. Now these parts are not numbered on the sprue, although they do have some numbers on the instructions that appear to correspond to something. So I thought we'd start fairly basic, something that I thought we could achieve building of in a reasonable level of time. Now, one thing that I really like about Sarissa's kits are, so they're made out of a slightly thinner MDF than other manufacturers. But it's 2mm rather than 3mm that most of them use, but the quality is absolutely excellent. So you'll see that it's coming out of the spruage pretty easily, because it's been cut around the various contact points. So I will clean up these little burrs where they've come out. Now then, these pieces here. Oh, hi Grim Hammerhand. Nice of you to follow us. Thank you very much. First time chatter. Welcome. Right, so we've got these little sections. They go together to hold these three pieces I've just popped out together, so we'll put those there, and that is all the pieces that we need for phase one. So I've got my a very sharp Stanley knife here, and we're just going to take those little burrs off so we get a nice smooth finish. So when you pop these out of the like MDF sprue, there is the little connection points where, because they don't want all the pieces to fall out loose in the packaging, they leave these tiny little bits, which I don't know if you can see there, like just there at the edge of the knife, where there's a different coloured piece on there. So that's where the connection point is onto the sprue. So they're very easy to knock off the sprue, but then you do have to just take these tiny little burrs off, otherwise pieces don't sit quite flat on your model. And you'll probably find this with all MDF kits. I've only known one manufacturer that cuts their pieces out entirely, but then you end up hunting through the bag for the right parts and stuff all the time. So we don't sell those because they're hard to build. But this is from the Sarissa range, and we can order almost anything that Sarissa make into the shop, and they do make some excellent quality buildings. There's a wide range of buildings available, from fantasy to science fiction to ancient things. They do a particularly cool... Oh, broken a bit, look, that's no good. I've pressed too hard on that little bit there, so we're going to have to do a little bit of a repair. Butterfingers. What was I saying? Yeah, they do make a particularly cool Viking ship and an Arab dhow boat, but they look quite complicated to build with the like curved hull and stuff. And I thought that might be a little complex to try and build on stream. So I thought we'd go with something simple until I get my confidence up on something a little bit easier. Right. So this is that side, that's the middle, and that's this side. And hopefully, where I've broken that little piece there, we should be able to fix that with these like chalk pieces. Are they all the same? I think they're all the same. Let's stack them on top of each other and just double check. Yes, they're all the same. Right then. So, two of those together. Two of those together. Let's get that loose piece out of the way that I've just trashed off. So they go on there like that. Oh, and then that piece that I've broken off will glue back into position there, look, like that. Right. So then we can, with a little dry fit, we can dive straight into some gluing. So I've got just some regular craft PVA here. So we'll sparingly apply that. I've added a little bit of water to it, but not too much. I'm just going to apply that around on there. Very thin, because we don't want to leave great blobs in the middle. And we'll layer these pieces up. Just like that. Hope you've all had a great day today. The weather's been a bit rubbish in Bridlington today. Don't know why I said it like that. So, same again on this one. Just a thin layer on the inside there.
So Grim Hammerhand has been figure painting, and Tony has been doing resin stuff for the nature scenics for the preparation for the great MLG Brush Off June theme, which is nature, and he's been putting progress shots in our Discord, and they look amazing.
Cool.
Grim Hammerhand has been making a tank crew for a Sherman E8.
Oh, sweet. It's a particularly cool looking vehicle. What scale was that then?
Pete says, I've been working all day, now I'm sat in the pub getting drunk.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't working when I saw him this morning.
Ah, yeah, you've been caught out, Pete. Yeah. Are you sitting drinking in the pub that you're working though? Have you just staggered round from one corner to the next and that'll do? Have you got your own chair? Your own tankard behind the bar? You've been at work all day, haven't you?
Yep. Yeah.
I've added some metal dice to the website. I haven't done anything exciting.
No rest for the wicked.
He says he was hiding from work.
So which way around do they go? They go in that way. Need to make sure we get these the right way around. So
how are you going to fix that broken bit?
I'm going to glue it in place with these pieces in a second.
Are the instructions quite easy to follow?
Yeah, they are, yeah. I will show you in a second. Let's just take that broken piece away for a second. Well, get this in.
So we've got a load of MDF scenery, like you said, fantasy and etc. etc. What made you choose this and what you're going to use it for?
So I picked this because I thought it looked fairly simple to put together, to be honest. That was a criteria, something that was achievable in the time of this evening's stream to get put together, and also that it would allow me to show off perhaps a couple of finishing techniques on future streams, such as texturing the outside of the building a little and what have you, but also that it was multi-purpose. So we have a lot of sci-fi and fantasy terrain, but this appealed to me. This and there's some other kits very similar appealed to me because it's multi-purpose. So although it's designed to represent the Alamo, it also would double up ideally as a desert generic building for any setting: fantasy, sci-fi, modern, like Middle Eastern kind of theatre. There's a number of different games that I quite fancy having a crack at in the future, and I thought this particular building and some others like it would. Do you know what? Have I put that together wrong? No, I haven't. Thought I'd put it together wrong. Yeah, it would double up as terrain for a variety of game systems, and get a lot of use when we get it put on the tables in the shop. So that's why. And also Sarissa buildings, in my experience, are quite easy to put together. So because their instructions are good. So that is why we're going for this one. Right then. So this piece, now I've got that upside down, haven't I? So that piece goes there on the base, and it fits in quite snugly, and I've put it together the wrong way around.
But you said the instructions were easy.
Yeah, but I have to be able to read them. Tony says a lot of the Wild West buildings work well for many genres. It's a good choice. Thank you. I thought so. It's perfect for Star Wars type desert planet terrain, or 40k or whatever. Stargrave, Starfinder, RPG type stuff. If the guys that are playing that need terrain in the shop, then this is spot on. Firefly. There's a Firefly game, Browncoats and Brigands, that looks pretty cool. Right then, so we've got that's our first stage of the instructions put together. Ta-da!
Alright?
Yeah.
You're okay?
Yeah. Right, so next section is we need these pieces here. So we've got slot the door walls 6 and 7. So they must be on this piece.
Sounds like a do-si-do. Tony says, I do like those metal dice. I really like the hollow copper ones, but they look a bit tricky to read. I have just taken you a photograph and put it in Discord. I thought the same, Tony, until I got them in my hand and had a look at them, and they're actually, to say that they've got all that skull detail and all the carvings on them and stuff, they're actually quite easy to read. But I've taken some pictures and so you can see, just, you know, for curiosity's sake. Mr. Wacky Stuff is in the house. I do like laser cut stuff, but I haven't talked to anyone who owns one who doesn't have a The Fire story. Well, this is, you don't have to set fire to your own house. This is Sarissa stuff.
Yeah. Now, we never set fire to it. We own a laser cutter, but we broke it.
What's this we?
Alright, I broke it. I own a laser cutter and I broke it. Tried to... it was only a cheap one, and I think I tried to overwork it, and the transformer has failed, and it would be cheaper, I think, from what I've been able to find out, to replace the entire thing than it would be to get a new laser, no, new transformer, unfortunately. So right then, so that looks like it goes together like that, and that's quite a snug fit. So what I'm going to do is just run a bit of glue up the joint, and we'll leave it without having to take it back apart. So that's that. Right, so then we've got this bit in play. Tony says, I have the Firefly crew in the... right, the Wild West Exodus. That's what that is, isn't it? Play on the crew. I understand. Right then, part number 11 is this little bit here. So this sprue is absolutely rammed or sheet is absolutely rammed full of parts. Oh, I forgot to clean up those little bits on the edges. I have to be very careful with this piece while we don't want to snap any of these bits off, do we?
Mr. Bucky says you've got to relive your youth, or someone else, and cover those fingers with PVA and peel it off in 5 minutes. We do cover the pallets sometimes in PVA and then peel them off to get the paint out of the wells, depending on how fun we want to be with that.
Copydex was always like the thing for us at school. I know, but it like peels off, doesn't it, really well.
I don't think do they even have that anymore, or have they decided that disgusting smell isn't worth it?
No,
and there's better stuff now. Tony says, I've been umming and ahhing about whether to go with a laser cutter or a circuit. I think from what I've seen, circuits are probably better. The laser cutter we had to get all sorts of pipes hanging out the window and all sorts of stuff, didn't we, for smell and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, I've spoken to a few folks about laser cutters. So that piece must go there. I spoke to a few folks about laser cutters, and what I've kind of come to reason is that if you're going to buy a laser cutter, you really need to spend a good amount of money to make it worth your while, because buying a cheap one, which is what I did, is a false economy.
And then, especially seeing as how you can get all this MDF stuff at reasonable prices anyway, sometimes it's just not worth the hassle, is it?
Yep.
I mean, some of the Sarissa and TT and all them kind of things are just amazing kits. And by the time you've done all that in your house and messed about, you could have just come down to Mike Lance Games and purchased one. Saved yourself a whole lot of messing about.
That's it. You've got to get a lot out of your machine to really make it worthwhile if you were going to have your own. And seeing as somebody else has already done all the hard design work for you with kits like this, you might as well buy it ready cut, hadn't you? Right then, so that bit in there like that, and then this bit over here, that's part number 9, so that goes down here. So that's it. That bit's come off now. That bit's come off. But it's got a small contact point, that bit over there. We don't need to glue it into the base just yet, so we're not ready for that. Right then, so we've got that bit. There's a big long bit, that must be the back wall, is that piece? Big long trench there. Alright, I see. So let's clean that up just before we start doing. Yeah, the cry cut things, however they say it, do look pretty versatile. Don't they? Put different blades in them, and you can cut like vinyl and other stuff with them, or card. And if you're quite happy making your buildings out of like thicker card and stuff, you could definitely do a lot with one of those if you wanted to make your own bespoke stuff. But having never used one, I don't know what they're like.
So this stream was a request to do some MDF building.
Yeah.
If you have any requests, because obviously we normally do painting streams, etc., then just let us know and we will take it into consideration, of course. Tony did say that he might make you do a chicken dance, and I said maybe not when you've got a knife in your hand.
Yeah.
Redstone says, started to make a small CNC mill for me Dremel. Now you'll know what that means. I have no idea.
Yes. So Dremel's like a little drill tool type thing.
I got that bit. That's the bit I understood.
And the CNC mill is like computer operated jig, basically. So you could have your Dremel going and the computer like works its way around and cuts out to a program.
Alright. Sounds far too complicated for me. Even your chair squeaks along.
Sound effects.
It's the pure concentration that you have to have. Just to move your arms up and down.
Yes, it's hard work.
Hey, Goblin Squire. We're making Nathan do daft dances while he's building an MDF building. He's already broken it once, so we're doing well.
It's just a little delicate in places, that's all. That's all. It's coming along all right, actually. I think it's going well.
You gonna remind everybody what it is?
I will do. Let me just stick this bit on. Now I shall do that. What was that? What was that? Oh, thank you very much, Goblin Squire.
Makes me jump. Thank you, that's very kind of you. Even though it did make me jump. It's a good job you can't see what I'm painting. Because there's a splodge now.
Right, so I've just got a couple of these roof kind of bits to go on. Hopefully I've not done this in the wrong order. I think I may have done this in the wrong order because I haven't been reading these instructions. Glue wall support frame 8 to wall 6. Didn't do that.
What did he say at the beginning, Tony? What did he say at the beginning? I'm going to read these instructions. There is a YouTube video of which Tony thinks, and I agree, is hilarious, where Nathan tries being the word there, to put together a easy to build kit for a 6-year-old, but doesn't read the instructions and gets himself in a massive muddle because instructions are there for a reason.
It's fine.
Hey Moxie!
Good evening. Good evening. Right then, so these bits are supports to go inside the walls. So what we're going to do is try and fit this in. Hopefully the PVA has not dried too quickly, even though it's super warm this evening. And I'll be able to get this in place without too much trouble. There we go. Look, so there's a bit of flexibility there straight away. So get this in. Just put a little bit of glue all around the outside. Should have realised what these bits were for. I thought they went on top.
You know, you'd have realised if you'd have read the instructions, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what instructions are for.
Shall I read the instructions on the next page?
Maybe. I mean, you know, it's entirely up to you, but it might be worth the while. Somebody spent all the time creating them instructions for you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Moxie.
Thank you, Moxie. Thank you.
That's very kind of you. Oh, yeah.
Right.
It does amuse me that I've changed the sound to do that now. Just for my own amusement.
Right then. So that bit goes into there. Does go into there. There we go. Right, that bit in there, and then that bit in that little hole there, and that bit in that hole there, and that bit in there.
Another turtle made it to the water.
Guess what?
Guess what? Another turtle's made it. You've read the instructions and it's actually worked.
I've broken a bit.
It's broken. Oh, dearie me.
Broken
What have
a
you
bit.
broken now?
Oh, it's a bit of this support. I was being too rough with it, trying to manipulate it into the hole
Plus you didn't read the instructions.
because I didn't read the instructions. But it's fine because it's on the inside, so nobody will be able to see.
So this is, of course, this is our classic. We do those things so you learn from them and don't make the same mistakes. So basically, read the instructions, and then if you do, you won't have to try and force the pieces together with great fat fingers like the boy over there.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that these two end walls off, right, so I can fit this bit in. I think I missed a hydrate somewhere.
I don't know how you can class drinking beer as hydration.
I need to drink the beer so I can get onto the water.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah.
Always drink responsibly, kids. What are you doing now?
So, this is the other roof support piece. And this goes in at this end. Right, so we're just going to lay a little bit of glue around this piece. And then I'm going to stick those two wall sections that I've just pulled off back on. So, what was I going to say? So this building is part of the Sarissa south of the border range. This is if you build it as the Alamo, this is part of the Alamo, but is also suitable for many other settings. So, in fact, I think I actually ordered this set as part of some Middle Eastern modern terrain, but obviously it's multi-purpose. So it's modular. Different configurations can go together to make different kind of settings. So this is also part of a military Middle Eastern compound, similar to those used in Afghanistan, etc. Right, so that bit goes in there, that bit goes in there. We'll have a little bit more glue on this bit where I've pulled it apart. And that bit goes on there like that, and that bit in there like that. And then we've just got to get this bit on here. So a little bit of glue down the sides and in there. And a bit on there, and there, and down there, and then blob on here, like so. And then we try and get this end on without too much hassle, which I think I said earlier on that I really like Sarissa buildings because they do go together really well. They're well designed and the parts fit together really, really nicely. So hopefully you can see that in what we're building here. It's a nice 28mm scale. So when you're painting MDF stuff, it is recommended that you seal it with something first. Now you can buy MDF sealer spray from Colourforge, which is available on our website, mightylancergames.co.uk. I have missed a piece out of the middle of the building. It's not going well, is it?
You know, if you'd have read the instructions, you
If I'd have read the instructions, I wouldn't have missed that bit out. So this piece here.
Honestly, folks, it's not supposed to be a comedy stream.
Yeah.
But, you know.
I've missed this piece out here, part number 13.
Hey, Wiki D, welcome to Comedy Hour of Not Reading Instructions. I can't decide, because obviously we have all you awesome people that come and watch us every week and laugh at us because we're daft. But I can't decide if we ever actually did a proper stream, you know, with like planning and things that don't go wrong, whether that would attract more people, or whether our ridiculousness is the only thing that's keeping these 7 people watching. Because, you know, who wants to know how to build this properly after all? This is how you would build it if you didn't read the instructions.
Well, I would like to think that I'm probably typical of most wargamers, and that other people would do it in this kind of fashion as well. Right then, so there we go. That's that step built. Let's turn over to the next page of the instructions. Right. Section 11. Glue buttress wall 15 to the wall assembly where marked. So that must be glue buttress wall.
Is that what it says? Where marked? How have they written that in the instructions? Oh, we'll make the instructions where marked.
Alright, yeah. Okay. Marked with an asterisk.
Oh no, I want it to actually say marked. Jason, I want you to put a wig on just for amusement.
I know, and I've left them over there. Would you grab me one, my darling? Right then, so we've got buttressy wall and another buttressy wall. orangery where we stream
It's full of junk.
is absolutely full of junk. So when we first set up our little streaming area,
I mean, I've got a 3DO now in the way as well.
yeah, when we set up our little streaming area, everything was tidy, and then I ended up with a box at the side of me that had some models in that I hadn't done anything with yet, and then that box has turned into about 10 boxes of different models and things. Oh, thank you very much, Wicked D. Wicked D has just subscribed. Thank you, Wicked D.
Maybe the madness is worth it.
Yay! Right then, so this piece
Stuck in a box.
goes on here. You're right there, lovely.
Yeah, stuck in a box. Here you go.
Oh, my favourite.
Yeah. I thought you deserved that one.
Whoop, whoop. Right then, so that piece glues in there, and then the other one goes at the other side. So, glue buttress panel 15 to the wall assembly when marked with an asterisk. Here, goes there. Glue the building assembly to the base tile. So that's this bad boy. Sure. It's very fetching. I think maybe I might go to work with this on tomorrow. I think I might get some funny looks off customers.
Probably won't notice.
No, that's true.
So at the end of the month, the 31st of May, we've got 2 special visitors coming to the shop, haven't we?
Oh, yes.
Right, we've got Pikachu come in to see everybody and have Pikachu's picture taken, and we've also got the first outing of Demis the Mighty Lancer Games dragon, who has never met anybody before and is very, very shy, but has agreed to come down and say hello to everybody. So they will both be on King Street outside the shop for photographic opportunities, should you wish, or just a high five. Bring your phone, take a picture, come and say hi. Just hanging around out there, probably getting very warm.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be an awesome day. See some cool photos being taken and stuff.
Vicky D says, that's the one thing I didn't think to do when I built my paint stand, assuming out of MDF, was glue it together. You're damn dead. But I mean, it must be staying together. Maybe need to put a bit of glue on there just in case when you get too many paints. They all roll across the floor.
Right, let's get this pushed in.
Ah, she's a rebel, Tony. She's a rebel.
Delicious. Let's just smooth out the blobs of glue. Get that in there. So my plan with this, so on a future stream, what we'll do is we'll do some texturing and stuff of this building on the inside and outside. Maybe put a few bits of tuft and some ground, because as soon as it comes on this nice kind of base, so we'll like detail it up a little bit, put a bit of texture on the walls and stuff, and make it look pretty cool, hopefully. Right then, what have we got here? So, glue buttress panel 16 to wall spur panel 17. So, hang on, let's get the instructions in shot so you can see. So we've got down here, we've got another buttress, which is buttress. Goes somewhere here.
Buttress.
Yeah. Glue the wall spur panels 18 and 19 in place. And then we get to glue our card bits in. So this must be 18, 19, 17 here.
Crafty's in the house just in time for buttress.
Hi, Crafty. Wicked D and Sharon are rebels. Why has Sharon not glued hers together either? Yes, the Buttress Garley. That went through my head actually. It's a name, isn't it? Politician.
Politician called buttress.
No, it's Buttress Garley. It's like a South African politician or dictator or something. I think. I could be wrong. The name sticks in my head from some kind of comedy program.
And the name sticks in your head, but not the reason.
Yeah, it's something from. Sharon broke the wish list.
Sharon broke the wish list years ago. We don't know how to fix it. Sharon's got more items in her wish list than we sell, and it couldn't cope. And we have no idea how to fix it because no one's ever done that before. Wickedy says, not going to lie, was getting a little nervous for the end of your finger there. Is he trying to chop his fingers off again, is it?
No.
Oh, apparently it was the fast show. That's probably why you remember.
Right. That'll be it.
Might not get away with that kind of thing nowadays.
No.
But I mean, this is in the instructions, so we're allowed to say it. Yeah, no medical injuries from knives. Always be extra careful with knives, everybody.
That's why I was cutting away from myself. Right then, so that piece goes in there, and then this little bit goes in next to it. So let's just get that glued on there, like so, and then we'll glue it into position. Like that.
I do like the way you've got that wig on sideways.
Have I?
Well, the
No, it's
fringe is
falling
on,
off,
The
but-
fringe is on your ear. That ear fringe. It goes so well with your beard.
Right, and then we get to put
Goblin Squire knows the real things.
Yeah, there you go. Boutros Ghali was head of the UN. It's Peter fantastic. Awesome. I love it. Okay. We'll swap wig for hat. Going to be finding bits of pink wig. There we go. Get me ladies' summer hat on.
It always makes me laugh, these things, because when we put these videos up on YouTube, the chat doesn't show people redeeming this stuff. It just looks like you're doing it on purpose. I've never seen a chicken look like that. Oh, here he goes now. Top speed chickens.
That's right, Tony. Witchfinder Nathan.
Yeah.
No, we
That's
never.
my hat, that one.
Yeah, we never watched any more of that program, did we?
No, so I'm afraid we got bored of Witchfinder. Was it called Witchfinder? Is that what it was called?
I think so.
What's she called? I can't remember her name now.
Daisy something.
Daisy May Cooper. Yeah, unfortunately we tired of it, didn't we? And we didn't watch it.
Yeah. What we did watch the other night, though, and I quite enjoyed, was Ghostbusters Afterlife. Quite like that.
Yeah, that was why I had Wicked D stream on mute, and then she went, and I went, have you gone? Because we were watching a film. But I was there in spirit to you know, moderate the naughty people. You've got like 7 million followers still, haven't you, Wicked D?
Oh, they're not taking them off you yet.
Well, not last time I saw, no. I'm sure Wicked D will tell us if they've gone, but yeah. 208 million followers. So how are you getting on?
We're doing all right. We're doing all right. So we're going to stick some. This is a door. This piece. So this is. Actually, we'll do that one first because I know where that one goes. So this is a door. These are made out of grey board or nice traditional thin grey cardboard, depending on how you'd like to term it. Normally referred to as grey board parts, I understand. So this is normally detail parts are made in this thinner card, and then it doesn't have to be quite as substantial. So this is a door with a window attached, and we're going to put it in there like so. Fits in quite nicely underneath that ledge that we glued in earlier on. Good bit of detail. That looks pretty good already, even if I do say so myself.
Tony says it was pretty hard going, the Witchfinder thing. Upstart Crow is absolutely brilliant. Very Blackadder with Will Shakespeare. I have watched Upstart Crow for a long time. Since it started, obviously. But you have never seen it, have you?
No.
No, it's one of those programmes that I watch when you're out, because otherwise I wouldn't have anything to watch.
Yeah.
And J-Star says, did Wicked D pay for one of those dodgy companies to buy likes? No, she got follower spammed. It was insane, and it took me forever to ban them all in chat while she was still trying to do her stream, bless her. And all these little things are popping up every 3 seconds. It was a little nuts. And then there was a genuine follower in the middle of the night to try and avoid banning them because they were a real person.
Yeah. What is the purpose of the follow bot thing then? What's the?
I don't know. I don't know if it's just a form of troll or what, because I don't see what they get out of it. I don't understand. But then I'm not very technical, am I? So I don't know. I don't know if it's just trolling or what. It didn't make sense to me.
Mm.
So it's all the same account, but with a different number at the end.
Right then. So this is what we've got so far, and I think, hopefully you agree, that it actually looks pretty cool, considering it's just a simple box type design. By the time when you add this little bit of grey board detailing in, and with the little bit of fatigued stuff on the sides here, it actually looks pretty effective. So let's.
How much more is there?
There is just this last page. The roof. So I'm going to take this hat
It's
off.
raining now. Just to add drama. Can you finish in 5 minutes or whatever it is? Drama's building with the sound of the rain. Or, if no one can hear the rain, it'll just sound like a daft dead like normal. But, no new there, is there?
Right, so that's everything we need off that one. Ooh, what's that?
I don't know, someone's just hit the side of the house. There's a tornado. We'll just keep streaming through it. Maybe that's why your hat's got, it's blown off.
Yeah.
Yes, Wicked D, this is coming to you. It's quite heavy as well.
Right then, so there's some wonderful detailed sections here, which I'm going to have to be very careful not to break. But these are the roof supports. I've got all these little sticky outy bits, and the idea with these is that they sit nicely through these. Don't know if that one fits on there, so I can give you an idea of what it looks like. I don't want to force it and break it, but they go through the sides, so it looks like you've got the timbers sticking out of the side of the building. Yeah, that's every part off that one.
The computer's just giving me a thunder warning. I don't know why. I mean, what? Has thunder ever really hurt anyone? I could understand a lightning warning, but a thunder warning seems a bit random.
That's the floor. So there's 2 pieces of floor there for the roof, and that's another bit of detail for the roof, and then that's spare stuff. So we've got all these pieces. Let's go through and just clean those up. See if I can get it. If I don't get this finished by 9 o'clock, we might just run the stream on just for a few minutes while I finish it. Right.
Ah, naughty.
I know.
Who says that's allowed?
Are we allowed?
Rain's come back to cheer you on.
Yay. Rain, rain, go away. Come again another day.
So
At least it's raining overnight, isn't it? That's
well, the garden needs it.
that's it. Do you know, someone said to me the other day, because it had been nice for like 2 or 3 days, and a customer in the just outside the shop, said, "Oh well, we needed it, didn't we?" And he wasn't joking. The rain. Sorry, I missed that crucial part.
That's what you have to say. That's what I've just said. The garden needs it. That's what you have to say. It's tradition. We need it. That's what you've got. And when you smell someone making a barbecue in summer, you have to go, "Oh, someone's having a barbecue." It's just, it's got to be done. It's the law. How's everybody getting on with the great MLG brush off for May? The theme this month is sci-fi/aliens. There's some awesome things appearing in the Discord already. It's really cool to see everybody's contributions, as we all know. It's just for fun. It was requested by the community to get a painting challenge going, and I think that everybody is doing absolutely awesome. Really, really love seeing how everybody paints up their miniature to fit the theme. Sci-fi/aliens. I've done mine. I did the robot from Mars Attacks. Little Miss has done hers. You're doing that, yeah. Little Miss has done hers. She painted a alien pink blob, which apparently, and she told me this before she painted it. I said, "What colour are you going to paint your alien?" She went, "Pink for Pete." So it's pink for Pete. So she's done hers. WikiD's randomly putting Discord things in. How can you do that? Oh, because you're a moderator now, aren't you? Oh, extra special rights. Thank you. I'm picking paint off my palette, so I wasn't typing. Goblin Squire says you've got to hydrate. Yeah, he says, since we're doing stuff for Pete, hydrate for Pete. And also, talking about Goblin Squire, the theme for Goblin Inspiration is Hell this month. Little Miss has started doing her piece. She did wander off though, so it's not finished. I've done mine.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
You don't know what you're doing, are you? So I mean, that's not very helpful at all, is it? But you can find all these details on our Discord. WikiD very kindly put the link in there, and you can also find out more about Goblin Inspiration for following Goblin Squire Creations on Twitter. But you know, it's all cool. Get stuff painted, get hobbying done. It's fun.
This, I'm confused with this. Oh no, it goes like that. Look. Goes like that. So I'm going to push the pieces through, and then I'm going to run glue around the edges. That's what I'm going to do. Like so.
Yeah, that's right. Tony did 2 contributions for me. Rocking it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to pull my finger out and
You
get
are.
some Space Marines.
Yeah, you've done Nout and Tony's done 2. And Goblin Squire's Tesco delivery has arrived. It's got to run. Thanks for joining us, Goblin Squire.
Thank you.
Nice to see you. Got all that delivery brought in. That's the worst bit.
Other supermarkets are available.
Yeah, well, using Tesco's, that's the one that I said. Just because we go to Aldi. But that's the worst bit, putting the shopping away, wiping it all down, putting it away, and trying to find room for it, and then realising you've already got 40 of them, you didn't really need another one.
Yep.
And then finding all the sneaky stuff that we've snuck in the basket when you weren't looking.
I don't know, you barely snuck anything in, to be fair.
Yeah, what did we put in this week, this month? We put in some butter chicken sauce, jarred sauce, and then I cooked it for tea tonight, and it was horrible. It was too spicy for me. I don't like spicy stuff, and normally it's not spicy at all, but this one was. So me and Little Miss had to have some milk and things because it was too spicy. And then you ate it and you were like, it's not spicy at all.
No. I think it was just an excuse for you to have ice cream.
Yeah, but I don't like ice cream. So that doesn't really work. It's probably an excuse for Little Miss to have ice cream, but I don't like ice cream. I have to have something.
Which ice cream did you go for out of the selection?
The mint pretend feast, because it's not a real feast, is it? It's pretend ice cream because they're rip-off makes. Wipe it down. Yes, J-Star, wipe it down. That's what we do. We wipe it down with disinfectant wipes because you don't know where it's been. But that's just us. And then we put it away.
I don't know how many other people have fondled it in the supermarket.
Yeah, all those people go around fondling stuff in the supermarkets. So yeah, it's a family operation putting the shopping away. How are you getting on over there?
Oh, we're doing well. We're doing well.
So is PVA glue the best to use then?
I would definitely recommend PVA glue as the glue of choice for sticking together MDF. You can use super glue, but if you want it to be hard wearing and what have you, I would definitely recommend PVA. The only thing is that on some models that you will build, you might find that PVA doesn't set quick enough. And in those circumstances, I would recommend a couple of blobs of super glue to hold it in place, and then PVA to kind of fully cement it. But it's best if you watched our video where I built the TT Combat Crumbling Tower, I believe it was called. Is that the dog snoring?
That's the dog snoring.
Yeah, the crumbling tower. So it's best to build it in sections if you can, on larger builds, rather than trying to get everything all done in one go. If you can build it in pieces, it's definitely recommended. That's not going to work that way around. I need to put this piece on first. I would have read the instructions on this bit, but it was just confusing because nothing had numbers and I'd punched everything out already.
WikiD says, interesting fact, most modern coffins are stuck together with PVA and a few nails. I can believe that, yeah. Because, I mean, you only need to get it from church or whatever to the ground, don't you?
Definitely. Would be embarrassing if it came apart.
Maybe that's why when I was carrying Matthew's coffin, the real funeral directors were like, are you alright? You alright? Maybe they just expected it falling to bits at any moment. They were just annoying. They were just in the way. I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Get out of the way.
They were ready to leap in case they were needed. Really, trying to help.
I know. They were just getting in the way of that. There has been more than you would like to think fall apart. I can imagine that they are just fall apart. An arm just flops out of the side.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to do that on purpose, I think, just for a laugh. You know, have like a spring-loaded coffin or a little bell that that it can ring and pretend that I'm still in there. Or like a voice box or something.
And when are you going to arrange this?
I won't tell you, because otherwise that would be like, you know,
spoiling the surprise.
Spoiling the surprise, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And have Disco Inferno playing, and Ring of Fire, and like rig the coffin.
Yeah. What songs are we playing at your end times?
Are you bumping me off?
No.
Is this
No,
what's
I
happening?
didn't know if you were like planning ahead.
Always plan ahead. Everybody dies. Not a plan ahead.
I'm having Dirt Stop Me Now, and
Oh yeah.
yeah.
You're having whatever I plan for you.
No,
you
no,
want me here.
I've put
Bye,
it in,
Sharon. Thank you.
I've put it in my will and everything.
I've put in my will, Moonlight Sonata,
Oh,
or
yeah.
however you say it. But yeah, you just do what you want. I won't be there.
Yeah. Don't Stop Me Now, and also a song called Stop the Bus by Terrorvision.
Right. I'm sure your parents will love that.
Well, hopefully they'll have gone before me, so it won't matter.
That's true. Yeah. I like the.
Not that I wish
the
them
Queen's
ill,
Symphony.
but
You could have the Queen's Symphony, the second and third movement of the Queen's Symphony. That's nice. That's, you know, and then you could have a bit of Don't Stop Me Now, but it doesn't quite sound like it. At least it's not. At least if you pre-plan, you get your Terrorvision CD ready.
yeah.
Hopefully they'll still have a CD player. It won't be like my grandma's funeral where she wanted We Are Sailing or whatever it is, and they didn't have it. I mean, how would you not have it? Because like surely that's quite a one that people use all the time.
Yeah.
And they didn't have it, and they didn't tell us they didn't have it until the day of the morning of the funeral, and then they came around the family asking anybody if they had it on their phones that they could play over the speaker. It's like, awesome, well done. Alright, Let's Get Ready to Rumble by PJ and Duncan. That's what J Star's having.
Yeah. Crafty says, Terrorvision, love it. Terrorvision are awesome. Love a bit of Terrorvision. Right, we're nearly done. We're nearly done. So I think.
How did you get from MDF scenery to funeral songs?
You mentioned funerals. Oh, sorry, Wiki D mentioned coffins, didn't she?
Oh, Wiki D's fault. Well, Tony did say that she was a rebel. That's it. Didn't you provide the music? I didn't have We Are Sailing. They'd planned it all before, and then they just came and went, oh, actually, we ain't got that. But on the morning, we were all in the house with the, you know, coffin in the car and all that malarkey. Yeah, we ain't got it. They found it. They found it from somewhere eventually. Somebody found it.
Right.
Tequila.
Oh, it's my least favourite track because it's been done to death on the radio. Right. So that piece goes there so you can lift it out like a skylighty rooftop hatch thing. And then that all should sit nicely on top. Right. So there we go. Completion of stage 1, which is construction. So this is our building with removable roof. So this is the full thing, and then you take that bit off the top, and you can move your figures around inside should you wish. So there's little windows for people to shoot out of, etc. And then it does line up, honest. So that bit goes on top, and then you've got a little removable hatch bit goes there. And should you wish to purchase one of these awesome buildings, they are available from Mighty Lancer Games, and this particular one is just £12, £12, which I think is like pretty good value. And like I say, they're all modular. They've got these kind of jigsaw style pieces on the end that like piece together with other pieces. And the advantage of these as well is once you put them together, because they're odd shapes, that if you knock the table, they don't move. Tony said, "Yay, round 1. Did you wear construction worker boots while building this?" No, I'm afraid not. But I've got my shorts on because it's been warm, like worker shorts. So it looks pretty cool, actually, doesn't it? It looks pretty cool. So my plan was to kind of stipple some stuff onto the outside to make it look as if it was a little bit more rustic. I think we'll still go with that, and also on the base, and we'll get a couple of tufts in there as well. Some deserty looking tufts, and we can make it look pretty cool. I have seen one of these that somebody did. I'll get my high vis vest out the van and my hard hat for when we're doing the next stage.
Because he owns one.
Yeah, I have to wear, when I go to the recycling centre to empty the stuff in the van, I have to wear it. So, what I was going to say is I've seen some people who've modelled these up and they've covered them in vines and things, and that looked pretty cool, but I'm not going to go to that extreme. We're going to go like rustic desert dwelling kind of setting. But yeah, there we go. Completed building. Looks pretty good. I'm well happy with it. Hopefully you have found this useful, and you might tune in next Monday when we do a bit more work on it. So our next stream...
Are you not finishing this dragon head then?
Yeah, but we're going to do this. Okay. I might do some dragon later this week. We're streaming tomorrow night, aren't we? From 7 PM. And tomorrow night, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to be painting yet. So tomorrow night from 7 and Wednesday from 8. But we'll be working a bit more on this next Monday. Just going to put that over.
You need to throw it in a bush, don't you, Tony?
Yeah, just going to put that over there. Just going to put that over there. So, there we go. Northeast corner of the Alamo. Completed construction. And Wicked D, yeah. So if we're because it's a busy place, it's not the normal household recycling place that we go to. It's somewhere else, and because they've got heavy machinery and what have you going around, you have to wear a high vis vest and a hard hat. So thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and hopefully you'll join us again tomorrow for some more madness at Mighty Lancer Games streaming. Cool. Right, we're going now. Thank you very much.
All right, we're going.